Here,
I'm here.
I take over.
Yeah. What was that? That sounded like pina colada. I've got your entire library, man. I didn't see it anywhere in there. What do you got it named?
Right on the set. Boobs.
We're killing these smells.
$5.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
The time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a time.
Oh God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. I have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
For your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, Jack and Laz.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault. That's right. It's all my fault. Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar 5 days a week for your viewing and listening pleasure. Welcome to today's show, everybody. It is Monday, August 14th, 2017 here inside Shroud Avatar. And happy to have everybody joining us here in Discord. All you folks watching on Twitch TV or joining us on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Thanks for joining us today. And how's everybody doing out there? Everybody have a good weekend?
Well, I had an okay weekend, but I'm glad you made it back from your birthday weekend. I'm glad
Yes.
that you lived through it. And how's the hangover?
No hangover. I don't drink.
Yeah, I know, but still, I mean, you did wake up a little bit late today.
Yeah, well, I've been pushing, doing other things, and of course, keeping busy. I can't figure out. You're still a little distorted, but
You're also a little distorted on my end, but I mean, there was an update to OBS, there was an update to Discord, all kinds of updates this week, and we're still trying to mess around with things.
Yeah, let me see if I can't clean that up
Yeah,
real quick.
I have absolutely zero gain enabled on my microphone, and I even have the automatic gain disabled inside of OBS.
And you're sounding a little
yeah.
crispy.
It's not gain. You sound clear, but you're just staticky. I don't know. Maybe it's a loose connection.
I don't know.
I don't know.
You want me to risk unplugging my mic and plugging it back in just for you?
Not right now. Not right now. Not right now. As we'll see if we can adjust it mechanically along the way. But of course, all sorts of interesting stuff happening around Shroud Avatar. Of course, we had loads of information dumped on us last week, and just a lot of good stuff to cover. Now, we were in the midst of covering, what was that when we left on Friday?
2-year plan.
Two-year plan?
was
Yeah,
it? Yes,
yeah.
2-year plan.
2-year plan.
And of course, that is in the update of the Avatar number 240.
Oh, absolutely it is.
Boys and girls,
And-
we'll be covering that.
Just for you, I went ahead and unplugged my mic and replugged it back in. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't know.
Tell the kitty to do its job.
Windows updates?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Well, the kitty did have some fun this weekend with my headphones,
Well,
my earbuds.
In your recording devices, what is your level of your microphone set at? Can you knock
12.
that down? 12?
No, I just randomly said that. Let me go find it. Let's
see
see.
if we can get that, because it is going to be rough on the folks out there today. That's for sure.
Well, we're both rough on a little bit of everybody, I think. But
Well, you like it rough.
well, it all depends on the day. We're at 90% right now, so we'll
Yeah, see, right now you sound great.
At 90%.
Yeah, and let's see, maybe that's what happened over the weekend. The update messed with that for both of us, and
Yeah.
let me just knock that down a little bit for you. Is that a little bit better on your side as well?
Yeah, it's a little better.
There you go.
Did you also do the Windows update over the weekend?
Yes, I've been. Yeah, so and I'm guessing between that and OBS updates,
And
I try and
Discord.
hold off the updates for the weekend so that we don't have to do it Monday through Friday. So,
Yeah.
both of us having identical problems. Yes, that makes sense. But yeah, you sound a world better knocking that down 10%.
Yeah,
or
you,
10 notches. There we go.
you might want to knock it down a couple more.
Couple more. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go for you. Let's go over to 85. Let's see what happens. But
Knock it down another notch.
yeah, so we do have updated the Avatar number 240, which did come out on Friday. Don't forget that it's 240 consecutive weeks of development, as well as 240 weeks of updates of, hey, this is what we're working on. Game is still early access. Right now, the general thought is that live will be the end of the year, sometime in the last quarter. We don't know when. The sooner the better. But
Well, yeah. I mean, we want it finished. Let's put it that way.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah, we definitely want it finished. There we go. That should probably help you out. quite
Oh
a
yeah,
bit.
oh yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, I'm
That'll
still
help
having
out.
some problems with this Truth Quest, the supposedly finished storyline.
Well, it's
It's-
playable. They didn't say finished. They said playable.
Playable my ass, man. I went up to the Palace of the Winds and the damn guards are inside the frickin' walls.
Yeah,
Well, did you bug
Yeah.
report that?
they were out back smoking a little something,
Yeah,
man. They can't do that in front of the walls, man. They can't let you see that shit going on.
That-
So they
that
went
was-
behind the gate and closed it, so you couldn't see what they were
No,
doing.
no, they're
That-
inside the frickin' walls on the side. Little sword was sticking out. That's it.
That's their union mandated break.
No, he's saying they were in the walls.
Hey man,
That's how high they were. They
Yeah.
were in the walls.
so
They
In-
were one with the wall.
yeah, that's right. They had some good drugs.
He won with
So,
the wall.
And
And
updated the
gotta
Avatar
give a
number
shout out
240.
to the lovely Eclipse Maiden sitting up here dancing with us, and Mom. Hi, Mom.
Hello, Monday.
Monday. That's right.
Monday.
Monday madness here on Lunch with Laz and Jack, and we're having a good time. That's all I gotta say.
We've got a half a dozen technical difficulties. Yay.
That's a good Monday.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
one or two.
And it's all related to microphone volumes, and we don't know where it's really coming from. So, in update of the Avatar number 240, we do have an update from Seawolf related to the making of Longfall Woods.
Seawolf.
They're working on the next few releases on building the lower tier scenes near the cities along the path of truth and courage. Most of those scenes have been clones, and they're going to be uncloning those and replacing them with completely original scenes. So, Longfall Woods is getting an update, and it looks like someone has done something like draining the swamp a little bit.
Draining the swamp?
Yes. So if you look at some of those pictures, it looks like, hey, once upon a time there was a swamp here until you get to this weird ruins, which would have been underwater partially. Then after that, you do have the making of the South Pilatus scenes, Middle Downs, and the South Broken Road. Middle Downs is being worked on by Sorcerer Steve.
Broken, man. It's broken.
I know, it's like...
How you doing?
Are they paving all the roads out there, or what are they doing with them?
I don't know. They really got to get into the infrastructure game. That's for sure.
Yeah, they need to take some
Broken
lessons.
Roads.
They need to take some lessons from the Romans on how to build some roads. Then from there, it's like
particularly straight ones.
Yeah, well paved. I mean, carve that mountain up and put a path straight through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't know if you noticed or not, but inside of the cave, there's going to be some ancient cave paintings inside of...
Cave paintings?
Yeah, so we do have the Mound of the Sun with some cave paintings inside of Shroud of the Avatar, and the Olden Mound and its collapsed roof bring in light from the starry sky.
Very nice, very nice.
And then Des Mort Bog, the Death Bog, that's through the Middle Downs. A burial mound can be seen on a nearby cliff. So they built a burial mound. Okay. Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah, something
Absolutely.
like that. And then don't forget South Broken Road, the Energy Vortex. Listrasov worked on that. And it's rolling farmland infested with bandits that are going to plunder your booty.
Plundering the booty.
Yeah. And don't forget, always hit up the Traveling Minstrel, because the Traveling Minstrels always give you the best things. And
I tell you.
maybe, just maybe, he'll play stones for you.
Maybe?
Yeah, I heard there's an Easter egg that he plays stones.
Yeah, and I will
no
shoot
kidding.
his head if he does.
What? Why would you do that? Stones is a lovely song.
Stones is great stuff, man.
And then I'm waiting for List to go, oh, I'm going to go do that.
Go play stones.
The Wandering Minstrel or Traveling Minstrel will do that. So the post-episode 1 content plan, formerly known as the 2-year plan.
The 2-year plan.
2-year plan.
Yes.
2-year plan.
Which we will get
2-year
to.
plan.
We will get to.
2-year plan.
Get through again after we're done with the rest of this, which moving right along, we do have the Release 44 post-mortem mini telethon results. The total raised during the telethon was $67,500, which means everybody that contributed $5 of new money will be receiving all of the different rares that were achieved.
2-year
Lost me
plan.
there. How did we get to that?
Well, you just keep on scrolling down until after the 2-year plan is the release.
Well, we still
44.
have a lot to cover in the 2-year plan.
I said we're gonna get
2-year
get to that after we finish the rest of.
Okay. I know. I missed that part.
See, we
the 2-year plan after.
2-year
Okay.
plan.
Yeah, after we get through the rest of this, and that way we can go back, because that there will be some soapboxes that are pulled out as we talk about 2-year plan.
2-year plan.
Yeah,
The BBC would like to apologise for the following announcement.
and people are having fun with the soundboard today. Clipsy, can you type in 2-year plan one more time for me?
What?
Hey Thex, how's it going? Dex is starting to play with the soundboard as well.
That
Oh,
can hit 2-year plan for you.
I like
That's
it.
it.
I forgot it existed.
Although he's typing
2-year
typing in the
plan.
wrong one. It's 2YP. Number 2 YP for the 2-year plan. That too. $2.
2-year plan.
So the Seed Invest campaign was a success. They exceeded the minimum $500,000. Then
Speaking of seeds, I found out where to buy mandrake and wheat.
so
Oh,
do
very
tell,
nice.
do tell. Where do you buy Mandrake?
Oh, they're all the way over there in Erie.
All the way in Erie?
Yep.
Oh, that's way out of the way.
That's kind of a pain in the ass.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christopher,
You can buy them in Brittany Estates.
yeah, I
The-
am not going to Brittany Estates if you pay me.
Yeah, as Spiff avoids anything Brittany like the plague, so
yeah.
he's looking for any reason to not go to Brittany.
Moving right along, we also have the status and priority of pledge rewards and Kickstarter stretch goals, which we talked about on Friday. The update on the pre-placed keep and castle lot walls where they're all getting axed. That was also talked about on
Good.
Friday.
That got a little bit
Hallelujah.
more interesting. We'll talk about that now.
Oh.
Started a new one. Well, what about the pre-placed ones that are already in the cities? Can't we get the up? Oh, we're having fun with that one already. Yeah.
You can't make
Walls down.
you can't make anybody happy when it comes to those Duke and Lord of the Manor castle lot walls. No
A
one.
bunch of picky son bitches. I
Yes,
tell
you
you.
can. Contact the Deco Divas.
Privileged jerks.
Yes, contact the Deco Divas and they will set your walls up for you.
Easy
Yes.
peasy.
Easy peasy. And then Portalarium.
Deco Divas have been hard at work on Laz's luxury rentals, and I gotta say, the properties are really looking sharp out there. Thanks, ladies.
Then Portalarium is still hiring a sound designer, so if you are a sound designer and you want to work
Blank
for Portalarium,
The sound guy.
yeah, Blank the sound guy will be coming soon to the stand-up corner near you.
That's right.
Then after that, we do have
Uh,
free trial test number 5 is still ongoing. Or email. And then after that, we do have Shroud at Dragon Con, and they've announced.
Dragon Con. That's right. Don't
Yeah.
forget, coming up September 1st through 4th, folks. Lord British and Starr gonna be out there, and they're gonna be doing a whole bunch of panels. And I tell you what, I went last year. Doesn't look like I'm gonna make it this year, but we still got a couple
Yeah.
weeks.
And it looks
But,
like they've got.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
It looks like they actually have 11 panels scheduled right now.
Yeah.
So Starr and Lord British are going to be busy beavers while they're hanging out at Dragon Con. And I'm looking to see whether or not there's anything with Richard and Tracy Hickman.
I didn't see anything there.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any announcements by Tracy saying he was going to Dragon Con this year.
I expect he probably will go, but no.
Well, I tell you what, last year that was the only con that him and Laura attended.
Okay.
So, with the advent of the Void and everything else that he's working on right now, he may be just taking a year off or two from the convention circuit, and I couldn't blame him for that.
He may be a little bit too busy in his personal life with the
you
Void.
bet,
Yeah.
you know.
Then the PAX Dev schedule is live, so if you're going to be going to the Penny Arcade Expo out in Seattle, do join and go hang out with Starr. Make sure, and I suggest that you challenge him with a challenge coin, so that way you can buy him a drink.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'd be careful there. Lord British is very, very good at having his. It's hard to find Lord British without his. Dark Star,
Dark Star
I don't
always has one.
does he?
Yeah.
he,
So-
he wants that drink.
Do you remember the talk he was given, and someone actually challenged him in the middle of one of his talks, and so he pulls out his wallet, pulls out his coin, and goes, "Here it is." So
Yeah, okay.
So be careful if you're ever going to challenge Starr. It's the same way that you kind of don't want to challenge me either, because I have mine in my wallet. If I
At
could,
least there's not a time limit, because I swear it takes me like 10 minutes to dump my purse to find it.
right there.
That is.
So
Are we going there? That's
Yeah.
right. You know what? I'll do you one better. Mine's still in the package.
so actually, when we talk about like the condom imprint on the
circle in your wallet.
Yeah, the condom imprint on your wallet.
Circle
Yeah,
in my wallet,
Yeah.
but that's not what it is. Circle's a challenge coin.
yeah.
I
But-
think
but
we're
yours-
in the wrong neighborhood.
But
man.
but yours is still in the wrapper, which yeah.
Jack's using a used one. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, recycling at its best, okay? Then don't forget, Massively Overpowered also had an article about Shroud of the Avatar, and they actually wrote us something about completely starting from fresh. And
Yeah, I was going to talk about that. Is the folks over at Massively Overpowered have been keeping tabs on the game and writing, doing some write-ups every release and keeping updated. And they've been playing. They got somebody playing a character over there. And now that all the lines are complete, they are asking the public what they should do with their character to start over with. That's basically the gist of it. And I thought it was a pretty cool idea to ask the public.
yeah, so
Your plan.
and then over the weekend there was the Syndicon convention, and don't forget there was also a bunch of stuff on sale.
Yep, they hit the offices this past Friday. Came on down, visited.
Yeah. And then community trailer
Flash
contest. Wrong. That was over the weekend.
Yeah.
The community trailer, the deadline was extended.
Shock.
Now, why do you think that was?
Submissions? I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah.
Imagine if they would have started it like January and gave people like 6 months, how good their intros would have been.
I don't know. It's probably going to be like Laz and Jack decorating contest where we forget to do it.
Done a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't forget. Yeah, we just knew that our idea was going to be so good that we just.
We would have dominated the entire competition.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
So let's just make sure.
chose to.
My trailer idea is to take a minute and a half of video of Jack just sitting there milling wood.
There you go.
It's like, join the fun. How's it going?
And of course, playing Stones on loop in the background.
That's right.
There you go.
Or
Yeah.
Laz sitting there standing by his chest over there in the corner.
Yeah.
Standing on the lot.
Yeah, a minute and a half of Laz and Jack standing on the lot. Hey, you never know. Yeah. You too can be famous like these guys, standing around doing nothing.
Free play weekend, guys.
Adventure awaits.
Now, of course, last but not least, on the update of the Avatar.
On Friday, there was the live stream of Exeter being revisited with Scotty, because don't forget, Scotty has been retouching up Exeter and working on that.
That's right. Liz thought we exaggerated, and of course, they started out with a little practicing of music, and you and I were literally sitting here all day. And I mean, I was probably, I hardly ever, I don't hardly ever, just I do a lot of sitting if either here or Sultan or Yeah, I'm
Anywhere.
usually very, very close to a mailbox. I just stand around waiting for the orders to come in, waiting for the gold to come in, and then I jump out, replace it, and sit there at a mailbox till the next order comes in. That's all.
Well,
I mean,
I think on Friday I was mostly. I don't even know what I was. Actually, on Friday I really was doing the wood pulp. So scrap to pulp all day. So
Must
yeah.
see TV.
must see TV.
I
yes.
know. It would be a fun streaming.
Has anybody seen that guy out there streaming Shroud Avatar that has some like world domination thing on? Never does anything. Just
No.
gotta go out to Twitch. I bet you he's up there right now.
Okay.
You get a laugh out of it.
Now, are you ready to go back to the 2-year plan?
The 2-year plan? No, I wouldn't know anything about that.
2-year plan, 2-year plan, 2-year plan.
So where's the $2 plan?
I don't know.
$2. Cash.
Where's my contract?
Yeah.
4 weeks. 20 papers, that's $2. Plus tip.
I loved that kid and his persistence and trying to get those $2.
You know, that's one of the greatest movies of all time, as far as I'm concerned.
Unfortunately, I always forget the name because I want to say it's Better Off Dead, but it's not Better Off Dead.
It is Better Off
It
Dead.
is Better Off Dead? Okay.
It is Better Off Dead, yeah.
Okay.
And everybody thinks that the storyline, they get the storylines confused, but yes, there's multiple things going on there. One guy's trying to kill himself while he's falling in love, while the kid's trying to get his $2. I mean, it's funny as hell.
And you have the ski competition.
All that stuff's going on, yeah.
And he's building his, what is it, a Camaro?
Yeah.
And he's racing the Howard Cosell Asian guys.
The Howard Cosell Asian, all that's going on in that movie, and a lot of people think it's a bunch of different movies, all the same movie. Absolutely. Is what was that? John Cusack?
Yeah, it is John Cusack. I forget who the love interest is.
She was hot.
Yeah.
And of course, let's not forget celebrating 35 years. Of course, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. 35 years this week.
Are you going to go to a school and you're going to order a pizza, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you know what? Speaking of birthdays, it is also Audacity's birthday today.
Oh, Audacity.
Yeah, so if you see Audacity in game, you do need to wish her a happy birthday.
Absolutely.
I haven't checked my friends list to see if she's online right now. Nope, she's
not.
Nope, she's not online. So if you do see Audacity later today, don't forget, wish her happy birthday and tell her that Jack said hi.
Happy birthday, Aud.
Yeah.
Hey, she's been known to pop into the Zoom room from time to time. Of course, we don't spend as much time in there as we should these days.
No. Well, it doesn't help that like after the show, it's like we're both hitting end meeting.
We're
especially as
moving on.
We're getting out of the desks because we're not wearing
Getting out of
pants.
the sweaty seats. Wiping the sweat off.
What sweat? I need to put my jacket back on.
Well, yeah, that's right. You've moved into some new digs.
Yeah.
Now you're in a refrigerator.
Yes. So where were we on the 2-year plan?
You know, that's a good question.
2-year plan.
See.
I think we were on the boats.
Customizable conversations for vendors, pots, NPCs, servants. I know we did not talk about that. Did we end on the... I don't know.
As I'm trying to figure out exactly where we were.
I know we covered the more POT templates with the urban, the underground, the mountain port city, the floating city, expanded quests with more side quests, which is something that they're currently working on right now. The daily quest system, which will be a substantial improvement. The sooner that comes in, the better. More tools to allow players created quests in-game is also going to be good, especially for those POT owners as well, especially if they can set up a cross-POT quest system. And
that would be nice.
yes, and expanded vendor system with an expanded purchase order system, more detailed permissions and controls, being able to remove single items, set limits for specific people, etc. So that way I can set it up all the vendors for Laz to only have like 5 slots.
Yeah, well, remember, how many properties do you own these days?
Well, I keep on selling them. I keep selling them.
I know that. And how many properties do I own? You better watch who's setting what, because you would have a lot more to lose vendor-wise than I would.
Yeah.
Bastard.
I know. Well, pretty
Love you,
soon.
baby.
Pretty
Love
soon,
you,
I think I'm going to be putting up my another tax-free village deed and a tax-free road deed up soon.
Crazy days.
I know. Then
Crazy.
customizable conversations for vendors, POT NPCs, and servants. I like that.
This is something that I think everybody's looking
Yes.
for. But you know what we would like to see more? Is customized look for our vendors. You know, I don't care whether my vendor can talk to you or not. I have a conversation. I want to be able to address them.
Hold on. If you skip 2 things down, then you have companions, hirelings, and mercenary improvements with customizable companions and hirelings. Give them gear to use. And companions and hirelings in online mode will block summons for balance purposes. I don't know what that is.
Has anybody actually used a companion in single player? I've never even tried it.
Nah, I have not.
Companions are single player offline mode only, so it's something that I have not done.
Well, did you find your city deed or your city house yesterday?
I didn't look too hard. I just asked in Noble's chat.
I know. So apparently you weren't looking. You were just asking.
Yeah, I was just asking for someone else. Otherwise, you have to remember, I've got all my pledge houses, so I would actually have several city houses.
Well, yeah, that was good. That was curious. So, yeah.
So something a lot of people are going to be looking forward to. It's that
I want to pimp my vendor, man.
Yeah. Guild versus guild warfare improvements with a minimum size requirement limited to just the guilds involved, so which will be good. And set win conditions, place bets, and set time limits, and guild warfare locations, which will be better. Because remember, one of the things that they plan on getting to is castle sieges.
So there are going to be scenes where we can occupy castles and hold that land for goodies. Is that what they're saying?
Well, at some point in time.
We don't know yet.
And what is it supposed to do for you?
We have no clue.
No idea. Yes, Biff is always looking for a group. A LFG system will be coming online where you register at a lunar rift and allow optionally setting of preferred party role, healer, tank, DPS. That confuses me because other than the Deco Divas essentially playing healers,
what do you mean playing? Excuse me.
I was just gonna say, what do you
Bitch
mean
about to
playing?
get cut.
Well,
these girls will heal you and kill you just as quick.
I know.
Don't let that fool you.
I know, but there's no dedicated roles. So the preferred party role doesn't make sense. Whereas the scene type does make sense with PvP, dungeon, or outdoor, and play duration.
First off, at the Lunar Rift, I don't see people making their way into Solace Bridge to go looking for a party or Blood River to go looking for a party. I mean, if you're going to force them to do that, that's one thing, but bad idea. I should be able to stand around Sultan and look for a party, not Solace Bridge looking for a party. That's just me. I mean, I could be wrong, but
Shots fired and you missed them.
Shots fired. Raid groups, which parties of parties.
that's right.
8 up to 8 groups of 8, so 64 players that share a raid channel. Those in the raid behave as if they're in the same party.
Hey, we've got the sitting on a lot group all filled up, and sorry, there's only 2 people allowed for that one.
Wait, who's trying to join us? Is that list?
No, this says
Okay.
maybe your group for sitting on the lot isn't broken into roles.
64 players sharing a channel. That's going to be chaos.
Fun.
Well, I see that raid group being used more in PvP and having a lot more fun that way. Tamed pet labeling. So eventually they're actually going to fix taming some more, and you'll gain a bonus based on how much experience you've gained while they are summoned, and the pets will lose a % of XP on res and gain bonuses to stats level based on how many experience they have.
What?
It means you can't let them die.
Yeah, keep your pet alive.
That's
There's
not
meat
fair.
shields, man.
My spider just likes to go in there balls deep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Shields.
Yeah. Then, let's see, PvP improvements where they're going to be level balancing PvP scenes, which Laz and I think is a hugely bad idea.
I just
think it's a
don't
waste.
get it.
And remember, that's only going to be a couple of scenes that he does that to. It's still a bad
I
idea.
don't think it's a waste.
Yeah.
That's work. The work time can be spent elsewhere.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
first off, catering to the PvPers, I still don't see it.
Get the goddamn guards
until you
out of
fix
the
the
walls.
combat system to get it to the point. And I understand that they feel that they've got what they need, but I feel it still lacks a whole lot for the casual player. And
Well, they need to fix PvP in general.
and
Mm-hmm.
taking everybody, I mean, and putting them on a level playing field. I mean, lemmings. Hello.
Well, that's going to be
Right.
complicated because how is that going to adjust your skills?
It's going to make
don't know.
you level 80 across the board, and it's going to make me level 80 across the board, and we're going to be equal in stats regardless of what your stats are when you enter the scene, according to what we understand. So
it's
no matter
hundreds
what
of
your
hours of
stats
stat
are,
building.
when you go into the scene, it's going to level the playing field.
You'll be horribly overweight the minute you
Yeah.
enter.
And List
Yeah.
says that it's his idea and it's a good one. It's like, shut up,
Yeah.
Laz. I'm going to kill you.
Well, you know what? I think we have a lot more things to worry about on the plate to get this puppy out the door than dicking with that. Sorry. Somebody's got to
hey.
say it.
Ransom system improvements, which will be good with larger ransom options. The thief system for low risk PvP for casuals. Yeah, and then duel with a wager, player to player trade like interface. Put up items, both agree to start, duel, and the winner takes all.
Oh.
That's pretty cool.
The sieges that was talked about during the telethon, which also includes defense scenarios for PvE and PvP, which are goal-based challenges and teams split by guild, party, or virtue, and rewards.
And more features I will not be taking part in.
With the proper PvP.
And well, the PvP aspect you possibly could. I mean, if you're defending
I don't want to. Don't you understand that?
you don't want to fight.
Then Don't
And-
go into it.
Yeah. Then
We got these shard falls, and I've gone into these shard falls, and there's nobody there.
Yeah. Then after that, don't forget rewards through title, virtue, items, consumables, buffs, and skill unlocks. Yay.
That's cool.
Then temporary title system, which will allow players to gain titles, but only for a fixed amount of time. So you'll become the Orc Slayer after slaying 1,000 orcs or something like that, even though there's no orcs in game. And then,
But I don't understand the temporary part.
Me neither.
Yeah, I mean, that just,
Well-
again, another one that makes no sense.
It's like I do all that work to become the Orc Slayer and then I lose it. What?
Yeah, I mean,
well, you also have to remember, like, 2 weeks is an in-game year, and the way that they do most of the times, it would be months before that title expired anyways.
Remember 5 years ago when I killed that orc?
That's right.
and I got that cool title that I can't use anymore. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't get it. Now again, this is all very early laid out plans, and
2 to 5 years. Or
Remember
episode
yesterday
2 to
I tried
5
to
years.
complete the long quest, and I got blocked by having the guards in the walls.
Yep. Bug report it.
I think that, when you spend a lot of time grinding for things like titles and stuff like that, you should be able to keep it. That's what adds value to your account,
Yeah.
Just go
Well,
do
yeah.
it again and get the title again.
yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's that's another the topic for another debate later on down the line. Because again, we really have no idea what we're really looking at until they give us more information. So to be fair,
Yep. More
still
information.
don't like it.
Yeah. Item history and leveling. Track small category of stats per weapon, which is something that they've been talking about forever, and eventually it will go in, and small bonuses granted based on achievements in various categories. So my sword shall become known as the
Wood Pulper.
the wood pulper.
The wood pulper. That's
Absolutely. New creatures that they are planning, which I am actually really excited about, because expanding the bestiary is always a good thing. Wild
Now,
boar,
there's
so
a couple on this list that really excites me because we had them in our shard back in the days. So
yeah.
Dragons.
what's
The
that?
tree people?
You mean drakes with small tameable dragons? Or
We had those.
we need the wild boars named Bacon.
Bacon.
Yeah, wild bacon. The Hydra, which I think is actually kind of cool with, and especially if they're able to get that tech where if you cut off a head, but then you actually,
Stronger.
then it grows back with two heads. Yes.
Those 2 heads, that's right.
But at the same time, they would actually have to have the tech in the game to locate where your shots are, body or...
It's called green slime, and the tech is already there.
No, well, green slime doesn't target where you're actually hitting the slime. They've got the tech for splitting, but
Well,
they
then
don't.
That's all you need.
And Jack wants hitboxes.
Yeah, hitboxes that actually work.
Meh.
But then they would also have to enable collision. The doppelganger looks
Now,
like
that's the one I'm
yeah.
looking forward to. We had doppelgangers, and man, it was funny because a doppelganger would take on your exact properties when you crossed it, and of course, you would have to beat yourself in order to pass.
Well, I would love for that to actually be the AI to be sufficient enough to actually take the player's decks as well and abuse them. And
Face, I love it.
yeah,
He beats himself all the time.
well, yeah, well,
So does Jack.
and so does Laz.
And so do I.
Yeah. What's not to love about beating
I'll
yourself?
tell you.
And so does
It's a
Clipsy.
national pastime around here, for crying out loud.
The Wendigo. I think
that was another good one.
what's really funny is I think someone was watching not Grimm. What was it? Sleepy Hollow. Binge watching.
You think somebody was watching reruns of Sleepy Hollow when
Yeah,
they came up?
it's like we need a Wendigo.
I think they might have been watching Sleepy Hollow and the
Yeah.
X-Files back to
Yeah.
back. That might have been what it was.
Yeah.
We're watching a sci-fi marathon.
Yep. And then
Where are the flying sharks?
Sharknado 5.
yeah.
Get out
Now,
of here.
ouch.
Leave.
Then we need the Yeti coolers because we need to keep our drinks cool. The Landvatir.
I like the Yeti. Is he gonna bring some jacklings?
Yes, he is. The Imela Ntuka, massive rhino-like creature with a paralyzing growl and incredibly dangerous straight line of attacks that don't stand in the open. The Door Mimic with the sticky handle. See, what's really funny is the Door Mimic only comes up after you have beaten your doppelganger. So after you've beaten yourself, then you have to contend with the Door Mimic because of that sticky handle.
Yeah, we need some gelatinous cubes.
Yes. Lots more clockwork creatures. The Smoke Panther and lots of new bosses.
Clockwork or cockwork?
It depends whether or not you're dealing with your doppelganger or not.
Okay.
That's right.
I mean,
Now the Smoke Panther intrigues me.
with the lives in darkness, stealthy, and bleeding attacks, and cancels friendly buffs.
Yeah, very intriguing.
Oh yeah.
That sounds awful nasty, and I like it.
Well, you're gonna love it when that panther mounts you.
Oh, absolutely.
And Clipsy wants to release the Kraken. And
Release the Kraken!
see, what you have to do is see what she's doing in game, so that way you can see how she's releasing the Kraken with the Shroud.
Of the Avatar.
Yes.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yes, and then combat, they are going to rework the animation state machine to allow for smoother animation transitions. The weapon type versus armor type, so they are actually going to get into specifics, whether or not you're going to have like a piercing weapon, a bludgeoning weapon, you're going cutting and damage types versus armor. Yay! And then Chris is also going to be working on combos with the heat system and working with the stacking equivalent of the heat system and expand the combo system to include at least 5 combos for each school and combos of combos. So as Chris has said in the past,
Combos of combos?
as Chris has said in the past, it doesn't take him long to build in new combos. It's just he has to figure out the time.
Combos for combos. I like that.
More refinement of the current resistance system and ammunition types, which is something they actually had
We had that, yeah, way back.
long time ago with arrows, where you actually had to carrying around 50 different stacks of arrows in order to use skills.
Guess what, Jack?
What?
A reason for a recticle.
What? More ranged
fine.
more ranged weapons with the flamethrower and the Tesla gun, the gas gun, the blunderbuss, the net gun, and other guns. Yes.
Reason for a recticle.
Now, are those going to use the ranged combat skills?
Probably.
Interesting.
Yeah, it'd be easier if you just make one.
Yes.
Have ranged
Well,
weapon.
and don't forget, you also have the user interface overhaul and chat as a separate windows for game window. And we know that they're working on the chat right now. We don't know whether or not they're working on
Absolutely.
the user interface overhaul, which
You know
is
what's
something.
interesting about that is, I was thinking that the user interface was going to be done prior to release. That would make more sense, right? But
Well,
to your
again, a lot of stuff needs an overhaul, and the UI will get a polish before we go to public launch, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
And that's the last thing you do before you go to launch is you
redo.
UI
Yeah,
polish.
you redo your user interface. You get all the core systems working and get prepared for that, and then you dedicate all that time to user interface to make those
I was hoping
improvements.
they'd have the user interface done before the trailer contest.
Then-
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
can't have everything.
Can't have everything we want.
Where would you put it?
Lua scripting, which is going to be good for the Lua scripting will actually enable the using your phone apps to do things and for player added features, and they're going to expose the simp And looking at the time, it's actually time for us to talk about other things.
Well, we might as well finish. This is just the last of it right
Yeah,
here.
you're
So
right.
let's get this knocked out, and we'll be done with it. We won't have to revisit it except for soapboxing.
Yes. So they're going to introduce the Rubik's Cube into the game with repeatable puzzle-based quests and unlocks, and mastermind-like puzzle mechanics to fix items, complete quests, and unlock highly desirable game features like Blood Bay housing, maybe? And then scale and difficulty due to number of elements, difficult to acquire elements, and destructibility of the elements. I'm a little confused by that.
Destruction.
Yeah, I'm confused by that.
Destruction.
Because,
You lost me with Rubik's Cube.
well, I threw the Rubik's Cube in there for...
Yeah, well,
whatever.
I was gonna say you just boggled a bunch of people's minds because
Well,
people these days have no idea what a Rubik's Cube is. So let's get this knocked out.
then more POT and house decoration tools, which include align to adjacent lots, snap to grid, multi-select and multi-move, fencing tools to automatically snap them together. Or you can always just call your local Deco Diva for assistance. And water lots are going to be fully water-based, water lots on docks, and toggle view all lot markers and boundaries.
Yes.
Ability to rename teleporter signs.
Yes.
Add some street signs in there, and skills will be
Absolutely.
expand existing combat and magic trees and add tier 5 and 6 options for all spell trees.
Ah, God, more stuff I gotta learn.
And
Yeah.
on a final note, if you do not see a feature that you hope you would, then please feel free to suggest it in the thread below. That thread is now 14 pages long, folks. So if you got something you want to put in there,
Pecan trees.
you better get it now.
Well, that is one of the things I actually already talked about, is expanding the trees and
Yes,
fixing those.
indeed.
So, yeah.
Ooh, I've got sales. I hate when that happens.
Don't make me go check my mail right now, because I also have a sale. I need to go
Yeah,
restock some vendors.
Doesn't look like anybody wiped out of vendors, so that's all right.
No.
But time to move right along. Tell everybody about that wonderful app we have out there, the NBNN Trinity Avatar app. You can get it on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your mobile devices. And of course, you can get all sorts of access to things like the forum, Soda Map, Soda Help, radio stations, our podcasts, the marketplaces, Discord servers, and of course, the Shroud Avatar community calendar hosted here on nbnn.info.
And don't forget, the community calendar is an aggregate of all of the available Google public calendars that Laz was able to find. If you have a Google public calendar not listed and you want it listed on the NBNN page, that way we read it off and we inform everybody about your event, you need to email news@nbnn.info. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia time. That's right.
And
nude.
12s and 6s around the clock. You need to tune in your ether amplifiers to WRFB.
WRFB.
To listen to two idiots interpret the news so you don't have to, on a little show called Lunch with Laz and Jack. Yes. At 7 p.m., you need to keep your ether amplifier tuned into WRFB.
Chew.
Oh, 2.
What are you
Sorry.
missing?
2 o'clock on Avatar's Radio. Grumpy Old Gamers taking the alternative route at 7 p.m. on WRFB.
WRFB.
Arius is going to be doing the GMC Top 20 Countdown at 8 o'clock on Avatar's Radio. You've got Monday nights with DJ Killy.
G'day.
At 9 o'clock in-game, you need to go to the town of Verret Chaos. Go locate the
Chaos.
Go locate the Pub of Extraordinary Thought, and you need to go join in that weekly
check it
open role-playing event, because all great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. At 9 o'clock is the Order of Vengeance Guild meeting.
Order of Vengeance.
At 10 o'clock is the final event of the evening, and that's on WRFB.
WRFB.
And that's the Record
Radio
Room.
Free Britannia.
And that
That's right.
is our community calendar for this Monday, August 14th.
Monday.
In Shroud of the Avatar.
That's right. And of course, it's that time where we got to wrap it up and get out of here for today. Don't forget, we're the only show on the air here inside Shroud of the Avatar that invites you to come join us 5 days a week and tell us what's going on in your world. If you want to come join us, come see us here in Discord. You can go to nbnn.info and click on the link there. You can go to your web browser and type in discord.me/NBNN. It'll whisk you right on in here. And I want to let everybody know tomorrow we have a very big surprise in store. We are going to be bringing you something that's been in the works for over a year now. And we are going to introduce Little Richard to the world. And that's all I'm going to say about that. It's a don't want to miss show tomorrow. So come on down, check it out, and meet Little Richard right here on NBNN. Meanwhile, we got to thank those sponsors out there. Coil More Wands, of course, putting the magic in your hands. And BMC Guild. Check out Market Road over in Black Rock Cove, located in the Quell region, right next to Exeter and the Exeter Mines for your mining convenience. The Airy Fund with the latest community cause getting ready to come at you. And of course, Gamers Helping Gamers. Great way to help your fellow avatars out there in the world. And if you've got a cause or you have something or somebody, how do I word that, who has some catastrophic event, reach out to the Airy Fund and see what they can do for you out there. Relics by Rild for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag, including t-shirts, hats, patches, bumper stickers, comic books, hoodies, glassware, coffee mugs, bumper stickers, and a whole lot more. And if you want to save a little money when you check out, use the promo code NBNN. You'll save 10% when you check out at relicsbyrild.com. And of course, all the good folks here joining us on the WRFB Radio Free Britannia family. Don't forget areas tonight. You got the Deco Divas Wednesdays and Thursdays. Also the Sarah and Nandar show late night Thursdays, early morning Fridays. Wolftum Friday mornings. A House of Omen late night Fridays, Wake Up New Britannia Saturdays, and of course, lunch with Laz and Jack throughout the day, every day, Monday through Friday for your listening pleasure. And of course, we wouldn't be complete without a shout out to the Shroud Marketplace, shroudmarketplace.com, for all your virtual vendable needs here in Shroud and the Avatar. And Jack's going to tell you all about the marketplace.
Yeah, Shroud Marketplace is the place to go buy or sell anything Shroud of the Avatar related. That means anything and everything Shroud related.
Anything.
Anything from accounts to game gold, materials, and services. Every single, yeah.
There's gems.
There is everything. Shroud of the Avatar.
Services. I mean, I'm just looking down the list. I mean, the list of items that are available out here is just absolutely fantastic these days.
Oh, absolutely. And there's...
What was that, Spiff?
I said, if you want to be serviced, the line starts here.
Oh, you heard it, folks.
And don't forget, there's over 60
lined up all night long like that. I tell you,
there are over 60 player vendors on Shroud Marketplace. Every single vendor is responsible for maintaining their own inventory. The marketplace just takes a small commission off of each transaction. And you do have to look at the two featured vendors, Armillions, Gold and More, and Armitage's Artifacts and Rares. Those guys have been crushing it on the marketplace recently. There was a bunch of flame items from one of the past telethons. This morning, they all disappeared except for one. So Game gold is always a hot commodity. Crowns of the Obsidian as well. But we can't forget the services that people are providing, especially Wolfdom's Shop with the cheese sign writing.
Cheesy writing.
Skirta's music thing, where $5 gets you.
Anything you want.
Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you can always contact Weddings and More by Laz.
This guy, Weddings and More by Laz, not just weddings, but a whole lot more. If you're looking to get hitched, you got a guild event and you ain't got no room, you want to have a special venue, you need a bride's outfit, you need a tux, come see this guy, I've got it. And if you're looking for rooms, you're looking for lots, you're looking for goods, come check out Laz and Jack. We probably have something. And of course, we're competitive. I'll beat any of Jack's prices, and Jack will beat any of my prices.
Oh, yeah. And we might just be beating each other.
That's right. But hey, that's another story for another day. So.
Yeah.
And of course, signing up is free. You can sign up for free and list your stuff out there on the marketplace. But of course, it is that time of the day where we got to say goodbye to all you good folks out there. So, Jack, you want to wrap us all up?
We do need to thank everybody that's been watching out on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on WRFB.
WRFB.
We couldn't do the show without you guys, and we do it for you guys. So thank you.
Love you guys.
Love this shit. Hope you guys have a great day.
We love this shit. That's right. And of course, we'll be back with more news, sports, entertainment, crazy wild happenings, the latest hijinks and shenanigans right here inside Shroud of the Avatar. We'll be back with more tomorrow. And of course, the debut of Little Richard right here on NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Yeah. Kill everybody.
I want to kill.
Kill.
We're all gonna die.
We're all gonna die.
Laz, you forgot about the crafting fair on Saturday.